So what were you saying about men's rights matters?
What?
That's what we were talking about. You were talking about men.
No.
And how they got to get out there and they got to fight for their right to be loved.
Well,
right?
They do deserve to be loved if they can respect people and not be pieces of shit.
If they can not, exactly.
If you are not a piece of shit to people, I mean, everyone deserves to be loved. Let me say that. But also, are you putting out what you feel like you deserve? Because if you're a piece of shit, then like, why do you deserve to be like, what do you think you deserve at that point if you can't treat other people correctly? We're
not talking about guys who care about men's rights. First of all, we're talking about those.
Let's just demystify it all.
Yeah, let's de-escalate. I started off on a hot note. Let's
start off way too hot.
Let's de-escalate here.
Did you want to introduce anything?
We'll get there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad.
This is my show.
You're right.
I start choking you.
Oh my God. We start off with men's rights and you literally murder me right here.
I'm a little hot from that Jerry Springer documentary.
Oh my God. We'll get into it. We'll get into
that. But I just want to say men's rights. I mean, no.
Shit. No.
Oh, damn it.
You don't want to say that.
Good men who are always there, who have nothing but love to give, okay? The ones who maybe don't even know how special they are.
Oh.
You know, they work out.
I love that your eyes are closed throughout. The listener can't see.
Yeah.
Eyes just
They do CrossFit,
shut.
probably.
Yeah. Well, all right.
And they've never been late in their lives.
Okay. Well, that sounds like someone who's a little anal retentive, and I don't know if I want.
And they listen. And they don't judge.
And they respect.
They respect boundaries.
I think the biggest thing is
ask questions.
Being respectful.
Yeah.
And being accountable. Respectful and accountable.
Yeah.
Because if you are those things, then you're going to be okay. Because it's like we're all going to fuck up. That happens. That's okay. That's acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But what do we do with that? And what was the intent behind it? I mean, there's a lot of pieces, but I feel like if you're accountable to your actions and you're respectful, you'll be all right.
Just saying those people deserve love. And they have the right to remain
silent
in matters of not accepting who they are and knowing what they deserve. Like, be quiet. Get what you need.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Go get it. Shut the fuck up and go get it.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of guys. I know a lot of guys out there that, that they're like, why aren't these people happy? Why aren't they why aren't they making it work? Where's their queen?
Where's their queen?
Or king.
Or Duke. Or squire. We can't assume what kind of level of royalty you prefer.
Yeah. Just saying, if you're listening to this and this is resonating with you, know your worth.
Yeah.
King. Okay.
Yeah.
Or Duke. Maybe you're the Duke of the relationship. Or Prince.
Oh.
Yeah.
A prince.
Yeah.
We should call people princes more. Oh, he's a prince.
What a prince. Isn't there like a little bit of a allusion to he's not yet become quite a man yet, though?
Yeah, it's like a little bit. It's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's a little cute.
He's
prince.
A little princey.
He doesn't have the ability to satisfy a woman, though.
He can't make actual decrees. Yeah, he has no real power.
He can't invade Poland.
Yeah.
And by Poland, I mean this pussy.
Yeah. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the joined by the wonderful, always wonderful Alison Waldorf.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
My girl. What do you think? What do you think people like more? These with you or with guests?
What a wild question to ask me.
I can tell you which ones get more ratings.
Would I be? How conceited? But regardless of that,
okay.
From like
Don't
my
ask
standpoint,
me.
how conceited would I be if I was just like these ones are the best. Don't have any other guests.
Yeah.
That'd be ridiculous.
I certainly do think that we have the greatest chemistry because
we're lovers,
right? Because we live together and you know, among other things.
Did we talk about it on the pod when you told that woman that we were lovers?
What?
What was that situation when she was like, do you remember this?
Man, you can count on me to fuck up an encounter with a server. That's for sure.
What was that scenario when she asked?
Oh, I think we were.
I feel like we were. Oh, it was at the ER.
That's right.
It was at the ER.
Yeah, I was filling out forms.
He's filling out forms, and she asked who the emergency contact was, and he said me.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Is that your?"
And I couldn't say wife.
Right. I don't know if
because
she
you
said
have
wife.
not put a ring on it yet.
Right. I'm like, wait, come on, hello.
Yeah.
I'm like, eyes are wandering. But so she was. You were like. You were trying to find the words, and I think you're like, partner,
Yeah.
lover. He said lover to her.
Soulmate,
And he's
you know.
lover, soulmate.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really funny.
She's just like, I do not have time for your bullshit.
I don't know.
I've been here.
Was not ready
I've
for
already
this.
worked 16 hours. I got another
Tired.
10 hours to go.
Sweet. Honestly, everyone there was a freaking sweetheart.
I know. Everyone there was a pro.
They were all princes and princesses and non-binary heirs.
Shout out. Which one was that? Baptist. Was it Baptist? It was Baptist.
Baptist Health.
Baptist Health on
Yeah.
off of
Kresge?
DuPont. Yeah, Kresge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brecky.
Kresge Breck?
Kresge Breggy.
Highly recommend.
If you hear me say I'm going to Kresge Brecky, make sure you call my mom and let her know.
Let her know. It's not a cute thing. It's not. I'm in the hospital.
I'm not well. Someone's
not well.
hurt.
Somebody has been injured.
But anyway, yeah. Thank you for being on the show.
I think you've had some great guests.
I think
Just
I've had
to back to your original. You've had some really great guests. Some great combos.
Really great guests. Yeah. Very, very fortunate to everyone who's come onto the show so far.
Yeah.
There's been a little bit of a gap in episodes. You know, obviously the holidays happened, and then you know we got snowed in, and I've had there were a couple, 3 I think scheduled guest recordings that we had to postpone because of the snowpocalypse, and you know, and it's just, you know, it's just end of the year. It's a transitionary phase, baby.
That's right. Roll with
I'm like
it.
sitting here asking questions about my life. I'm like, what do I even want to do for the rest of my life?
Yes.
Like, do I really want to do this the rest of my life?
Is this what I want to be doing? I didn't ask for this.
We didn't ask for this, unfortunately. Tim Robinson,
Shout out.
ref. Yep. So yeah, but this is great. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
You know,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
thinking outside the bun.
Nice.
And, you know, hot eats cool treats. We treat you right here at the Talk Zone.
Are you well? I'm going to have a physical check-in with you right now.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Your back is like, I mean,
It's so not good.
broken. I'm so
I'm on
nervous.
like 6 muscle
I mean, I'll just be
relaxers
hearing
right
him
now.
in the other room. Ah! I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what
Yeah.
happened? He's like, oh, I dropped a fork. Oh, it's just rough.
I laid on the bed on my stomach, and now I'm in agony.
Yeah, he's been having to go and sleep on the couch.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
I'm not in a good place right now.
No, you are in pain.
But man, we got a great mattress though, and it's it reclines. That's sick. You know,
Oh yeah.
we're in the middle of figuring
The
out.
mattress reclines. Think about what you just said.
Yeah, it does.
It inclines. It doesn't recline. Wouldn't you
Well, it
say?
reclines
doesn't go
too.
back.
Well, the legs go back, kind of. Eventually, they go
guess
so far
so.
up that they go back,
All right.
right? Because they're like, you know, this is good for
Yeah.
the radio.
Yeah.
But like you see, like the knees recline,
Yeah. The knees recline.
right?
Sure.
Something's reclining.
Well, you know what?
I've
That's
literally
fine.
told everyone I've told this to, I've said it reclines, and it's And they're just like, you mean like your head goes back?
Wait, have they asked you to explain?
No, they haven't. They're clearly, they don't care.
Because they know, well, because they're
Just
thinking
going
about what
with
a recliner is. So I guess it is giving you the visual of like recliner
Yeah.
of going back.
Well, I'm so unsure of whether or not I'm even using the right word that I always give them a visual aid by making my hand
Yeah.
do
solid.
what the frame does.
Solid.
So I make my hand do an incline
I
just so that they know,
love
like,
it.
oh, it's like that.
That's exactly how I communicate. I forget words 50% of the time.
Yeah.
I'll be talking and then it will just escape me, or I'll just forget common words. So
Wow.
then I'll do like hand gestures. It won't even be like a charades. It will just not even be related. I'll just be trying to think, and I'm like, entertain them with your hands. I'm like trying to move around.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, she's so smart. I clearly, because I'm so distracted. And
I know.
I forgot she forgot the word. So
You really missed out on your calling of being a children's birthday party clown.
I would kill.
You would have done so
I
well.
would kill as a birthday clown. Actually, I don't know. I feel like some kids think I'm too weird.
No, you think?
Our friend, their daughter,
Yeah.
definitely is not impressed by me.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. She's not.
No.
She's
get
like,
it.
yeah, she's a little weird, but her hand gestures are top notch.
Hand gestures on point.
I'll give her the top. I'll give her that, but
she is trained.
she's supposed to wear makeup. She's not doing
she's
that.
not doing that. I love that she's like not conforming to gender norms.
Well, I mean, like a clown. Like you're not dressed up like a
Oh,
clown.
I thought it was like me as a woman. Oh, damn it!
We'll double Jeopardy.
Double Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Double Jeopardy. I love that you use Double Jeopardy incorrectly every single time.
What do you mean? That means it's bad twice. That's what it means. You're in jeopardy. Oh shit, we're in double jeopardy.
Oh, I guess you're right.
That means it's doubly bad.
I guess you're right.
Right?
But you used it wrong one of the other times.
do
Every time
you
I've heard
think-
you use it, it's been incorrect, and I thought that was part of the bit.
Do you think that the correct use has anything to do with the format of the game show Jeopardy?
No, I'm thinking about the crime.
What crime?
Crime, like the one with Allie. No, what the fuck was her name?
Oh, there's
What's
a
her
movie
name?
called Double Jeopardy,
There's a movie called Double Jeopardy.
and it's not based off the game show.
And you can't be. No, it's not based off the game show.
Does
oh my
Alex
gosh.
Trebek make a cameo at
No,
least?
but he should. Oh boy, oh my gosh, you know who's
So
in
that we
it?
know.
Men in Black, not Will Smith.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones is in it.
TLJ.
And The Gorge, Ashley Judd is in it.
Oh, is she gorgeous?
And she are you
I can't
Ashley
picture
Judd?
her face.
Oh
I
my
can
gosh.
never
Okay, I'm gonna
picture
pull
Ashley
up-
Judd's face.
So she was in this film called Double Jeopardy. This is what I think of
Okay.
every time. You can't be tried on the same crime twice.
Oh wow.
You can't be tried on the same crime twice. And it was a little ridiculous because it's
Yeah.
like, so you could just I don't know. There's like some law.
Every single time I've ever seen Ashley Judd in like a movie trailer, and it'll be like, an Ashley Judd, and I'll be like, oh, that's what she looks like, and then I'll just
she's
immediately forget
gorgeous.
again.
This is the cover of Double Jeopardy. Just
That's
for
her?
reference. Hold on. Let me just. That's not giving you a good picture.
Okay.
Like, I just need you to see. She's. First off, she is. Here, I'm just going to look up Ashley. I just need you to
Okay.
see how beautiful she is.
Sure, let's go.
It's really important to me.
The Judds were musicians, right?
Her sisters.
Her sisters were the
Yes.
Judd sisters.
Here.
Is that what their name was?
Are you joking right now?
Yeah, she's. Wait, what's with her teeth? Are those teeth? messed
Stop.
up, or-
Don't come for her.
Oh,
She's
those-
beautiful.
No, yeah, she's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
You're being rude.
She is gorge.
She did have some work done.
Oh, that's her now.
Yeah. It's
She
really
looks like.
upsetting.
Wait, have I seen her in some Hallmark movies?
Probably.
She looks like she's been in some. That look. That
Can
older
I-
look
Can I say something?
feels like a Hallmark movie look. What?
Yeah, it is because I don't. I've plastic surgery.
And starring
Just real
Ashley
quick, I just
Judd.
have to say this. I am not anti-plastic surgery. I think you do what you got to do to make you happy. And I know everyone's like, well, there's a limit and whatever.
Yeah.
But the societal standards of beauty are so high that, and when you're in it, I'm saying this as though I've had all this plastic surgery done, but I feel like when you're in it, you have this body dysmorphia and you can't see that it's too far. Like you're just trying to tighten and make look better. And then we see these celebrities and I feel really bad for them because it's like, they just spent all these hours looking at their face and hearing all these people say these terrible things about them on the internet, which is why I don't want to be famous.
Don't worry about it. I think you're fine.
Thanks,
are you
baby.
Are you like? I hope it doesn't happen.
I'm like, oh, it's like it keeps pulling me in. Like fame is pulling me in. I'm like trying to escape it at all times. Like talent agencies are like, come here, and I'm like, stop.
To be fair, you've been on TV.
I have been on TV
a handful of times. I've
been on TV,
but it's like Wave 3
like 3
news,
times.
and
yeah,
it's not
like
even
local
enough times
television,
to be
and I'm talking about mental health.
recognized. Yeah,
I'm not entertaining, but I'm sure people who see me are like, I bet she knows comedy.
Yeah. All right, let's try it out. This is the viral bourbon beverage on TikTok right now. It's literally just bourbon and Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
That's how bad it's gotten over there. It's just like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper maybe. Just watch
Honestly,
it,
with the
please.
right marketing, anything can be popular. Anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything.
Oh my God. I saw a TikTok for paper planes again. That's like the big drink. That's the big drink now. The paper planes.
Oh.
That my buddy was like really into.
Yeah.
He was trying to get everybody to drink. And,
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it is good.
Delish.
It is very good.
I have to try it again.
Did I tell you about that when my friend we'll say his name is Parcell.
It's not even a name.
Kenneth Parcell from
Parcell's his last name.
Parcell's his last name.
It's like one of those things, that you call him by. That's like a dude thing. Hey, no one did anyone call you Acree?
Some people have, yeah.
Hey, Acree.
Yeah, some people have. It's
okay.
not bad.
It's not like the same. Some people have
doesn't
like
roll off
last
the tongue,
names that are like you just are that.
Yeah.
Like I had this friend from high school. We always call. I'm not going to even say his name,
Yeah,
but
don't
we always
name
called
drop
him by his last
Jesus.
name. And I remember at one point we were dating.
I'll kill him.
And ish, I don't know. I was like doing whatever I wanted. And he was like, "Can you stop calling me like by my last name? Like people call his brother by the last name too. Like he wanted me to call him by his first name." And I was like, "Ugh." Like I didn't want to do that. It's like perfectly fine first name. It was just, I was like,
Do you think that meant that he was into you though a little bit too? Because like
he was very into me.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying though. Like people who are referred to by their last names.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be like that. You don't want to be called your nickname by someone that you're interested in.
That's 100% what it was. Yeah.
You want to be called your first name.
Yeah, and he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Come on, we're friends." And he's like, "But I want us to be lovers."
Yeah, I mean, that's a direction we could go in for sure.
Yeah.
I have some thoughts about that, but I can't.
Oh.
Off
mic thoughts?
We'll do some off mic thoughts on that.
Oh my god.
But my buddy Parcell, we were at a bar and he was like, you got to try the paper plane. You got to do it. It's the best drink out right now. And it's, it's not the simplest drink. I mean, it's like, there's like 4 different things and it's like very specific things. So it's like bourbon, it's like really good bourbon, some kind of, I think lemon juice. Yeah. Lemon juice. And then Aperol, which is like, that's that new liqueur. That's like it's not new, but it's like, it's newly popular in American markets. And then, it's this other complicated thing. It's like Amano Nonino or something, some other liqueur.
Sounds fake.
Amaro Nonino, something like that.
Amino acids.
So it's like 4 things, right? And he's asking the bartender to make this. And she's like, all right, well, I've never made it. How's it work? And he gives her the list and she makes it. And it takes her a while because she's like, it's a new drink. It's a little complicated. And then she gives it to him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted you to make 4 of them for all of my buddies." Oh. and just the look of disdain that she gave him.
No.
She was so mad at him. She's like, "You bitch."
Yeah. After all that, you want me to make
3 more of these motherfuckers, you know?
Oh my God.
And I love that. I think it's great. It's great to be with friends who do shit like that because you're like, oh, I'm not so bad.
Yeah.
You know, like I assume that I'm really bad at like bar culture.
Me too.
Like talking to bartenders and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I just don't want to be a bother.
I don't want to be a bother.
I want to do the right thing. I want to, that's why I get really frustrated when I feel like I am doing the right thing and I'm like, I'm just waiting and I know they have a system and I'm standing there and I'm perfectly pleasant. I'm just that's fine. They're going to get to me.
Yeah.
And then some fucking dick comes around and like gets their attention. They're like, what's up? And I'm like, oh.
I know. And he gets served first.
Because there's like, hey. And I'm like, oh, you didn't play by the rules.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen. Bartenders like, hold on, and then come to me, and I'm like, okay, you got it. You've seen.
Thank you. That's a good dude right there.
Yeah, it makes me. We wait in line.
Yeah.
Wait your turn in line. Yeah. We all just need to agree. Like that's polite. Mm-hmm. I hate when people try to cut.
I agree.
Try to get ahead.
I don't love it.
For what?
Here's the thing, and this adds to my paranoia. You know, when people who are waiting like not as long get ahead of me.
Yeah.
At a bar, it's like I'm already kind of assuming that there's like this secret language that bartenders expect you to adhere to that I'm unaware of.
Yeah.
Right? Like I just assume that there's just something I don't know that I should be doing.
You should get a bartender on this podcast.
Yes. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're bleeding everywhere now from your brain exploding.
And that too. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
They both exploded at the same time.
Why'd you go for dick first? What?
Just seemed natural.
All right.
Don't know and me.
Okay. Just trying to get in your brain. That just exploded.
Yeah. That's me. That's what I did. But, I think to that point, it's like, I want to do what I can for bartenders, but I think that they I feel like some bartenders like just can't be pleased. And that really fucks with me as someone who I feel is just constantly agonizing over doing the right thing to get a goddamn drink.
I want them to look at me and they're like, that's how patrons should be. That's what I want. I want them to be like, that's one of the good ones.
Yeah. If I were a bartender, if someone were adhering to my preferred system, I'd give them a gold star.
Yeah.
With their drink.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what's this for? I'm like, you did it right. And then
what I do right?
And then
you did it.
Here's what happens. They walk around the bar with their gold star.
Sure. So people can refer to them.
Be like, how'd you get that?
What? I want one.
And I'll tell you, it's this way.
Let me tell you. You have like a little hat you take out and you just put on your head. Let me tell you something. It's business time. It's hat time.
Yeah. Is that a bet? You think that's a bet?
We're on the podcast. Let's just be on the podcast. This is another fun thing that Adam likes to do is every question. Is that a bit? Is that a bit?
Oh, my comedy competition happens. We could talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
I had my very first comedy baby.
You should have won. It was a top 3 system and you should have been in the 3 for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. So I was in the preliminary round. There were 2 rounds and there were multiple preliminary rounds. So like, there were like 50 comedians split across, I want to say 4
shows,
qualifying rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so and then they picked 3 to 4 comics from each show for each qualifying show. And then they got to progress to the finals. And I did not progress to the finals. I will say I was feeling real cocky about it after my show. I was like dabbing other dudes. I'll just say
that didn't ask for it.
I was just like, no. Here's the thing. So like comics, at least in my experience, are actually really, really supportive.
Yeah.
So like after my show, I actually had a lot of people like coming up to me like, dude, great set, like other comics, which I really appreciated.
Yeah.
But what was funny is like so I went up and then I'll just say, because I'm not saying anything mean, because he did incredible, but Ben Stewart, right,
yeah.
who was an established comic in the Louisville scene.
Yeah, it's very funny.
His set was right after mine. And when he got off, I went up, I gave him bones. I was like, great set, dog, and I said it like, that was great of you that you did that. So,
Great set. As someone from the top looking down, you did so good.
Yeah, like, oh man, you did so. And I'm just thinking like, I beat him. And that wasn't true. I did not beat him.
I love this.
But and he's incredible. And he did have a great set.
Yeah. He's really funny.
He is really funny. Absolutely. He's one of the best in the scene here in the city. And but anyway. Anywho, so
why are you thinking about Ben Stewart so
I don't
hard?
know, man. I'm just thinking about him fucking taking a dip in an ice bath right now, and I'm just like, whoa, is he right while he does that? What does he do?
Whoa. What?
He runs and so he does like ice baths.
Oh, I was like, where are you
he
getting
does,
the ice bath information from? I was so confused by that.
Well, he like me understands that all facets of life are content, so he records it and
nice.
Good
for him.
Anyway, doing a great job out there, dog. I'm jealous. Obviously you've been doing this longer, so I'm taking notes. And but
wait, just watch out.
But I was so cocky, I was like, I got this, and then I didn't, You
did really good though. It was a packed house.
It was a packed house. It felt, and that was the thing. That was the ultimate takeaway. Is it felt so good doing it in front of so many people, because like, there's,
and you got paid for it.
And I did get paid for it. Yeah, I got money for it, and it's like. If you're in front of a really good crowd, like, and they're really receptive, like, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
And that's a really powerful feeling, is to be able, because that's for someone who's just doing open mics, like that's not something that you get to experience that often. Being in front of a packed house and they're just like, yeah, this is great. We're loving it, And so it's electrifying to be up there and to get such big reactions out of people. It's like drugs a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like heroin probably.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't know, but
I feel like you know a little bit.
But yeah, so it was good. I felt good about it. It was a good way to cap off the first year of doing stand up, and it's like
that was a great way to cap it off.
Right? That's kind of how I look at it. Like that's
that.
like what the first year was working towards for me, was that contest. And,
yeah.
And I'll, if I'm going to be super critical, I went back and I looked at it and I'm like, I did flub some punchlines, like there were some, I wish that, every show could be better. Right. But I do kind of wish I delivered some things a little differently. There are definitely some punchlines I flubbed where I accidentally said the punchline before I should have, and but we won't get too in the weeds on.
Let's not even get in the weeds. Not even two. Let's not even get in those weeds.
Let's not even get in the weeds.
Leave them. We'll get to them.
Yeah. So probably figure out if I'm going to keep doing this or not. I think.
Okay.
At this point.
Ooh.
I probably should, right?
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Then you should.
Yeah, I do like it.
That's the only question you need to ask yourself.
Can I make money from it, though?
Okay, well, then that's a whole other conversation. Because you better be ready to have to wait.
I know.
Who knows?
Yeah, you got to be doing this. I mean, I hear people say, like, you got to be doing it 10 years for you to make a nickel doing it.
Like, there were people, I remember, we went to one stand-up, and I don't remember what their name was, but they were talking about being, like, their last show, and they said that they really like to do comedy, but they've been doing it for like 15 years and just hasn't gone anywhere. And they're like, really? I'm just kind of done.
What?
Yeah.
Where? Who said that?
It was at Planet.
Really? Do I know them?
I mean, you were at the show.
We shouldn't out them.
Yeah, we're not gonna have them. But you were at the show, and I'll tell you. But like, I just remember they mentioned it, and they were pretty good. I mean,
yeah, they were pretty.
I wasn't like, oh my God, it's so funny, but
Right.
yeah.
It's kind of scary to think that you could do something for that long and be mediocre at it.
I know.
But also, is it though? I mean,
I know.
that's not what that shouldn't always be what it's about.
It's so hard because, it's just comedy is difficult like that. There's so many variables.
It's true.
I don't know. It's tough. You have to really love it. You got to really put yourself into it to get even minor, like slightly successful.
I mean, if I were a knitter, right? And I've been knitting for 15 years.
Sure.
Should I care that I'm like still making like pot holders?
Yes, you should care. Yeah. At that point, it's like, what are you even doing?
Yeah.
Are you like
Stop
intentionally not trying to learn?
Yeah.
But it's different. That's like a tangible thing you can show your effort in. Comedy, like you could see somebody's first set ever and their last set, and some people would be like, I liked their first set more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That was wise as fuck.
Sorry to piss off Corey Miller, but it's subjective.
Yeah.
I
know. I was gonna say that too. It's hard because like it is
on a granular level.
100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have to like really, if you want to appeal to like a widespread audience, you have to really cater your jokes in that way.
Yeah.
So
you gotta find your market.
You gotta find your market. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you go with it and you just, I feel like there are very few people who are just like so funny that they go like everyone, like I think John Mulaney's, I feel like he's one of the dudes who can just kind of, everyone thinks he's funny.
Yeah. John Mulaney, and maybe it's not so much the same now after the drugs, but like for a good solid 10 years, he had white middle class locked up.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
all of white middle class. They were like, we love John Mulaney.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
And I feel
that was
like
his market.
The circles, like even just casually, people just like good joke writer. He wrote on SNL, like solid jokes on SNL.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you have to be, and it just has really great. It's funny. I'm saying this now, but I remember my cousin recommended John Mulaney to me. And I don't even know if I watched his whole special, but I remember thinking like, oof, not for me. Like I remember
Really?
Yeah, when I first watched him, I didn't really like, I don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't either actually.
I know. Well, I know. Yeah, I know. You just recently came around.
Yeah, I did just recently come around. Yeah, there's something about it just that wasn't doing it for me. I was like, who's this fucking faker at here?
Yeah.
But he's not. He's great.
Yeah. Even though there's very divided.
Here's the thing. You can't fake comedy.
Exactly.
Like people either like it or they don't like
yes.
it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
So even if you don't like it, enough people liked it to where they were able to build a career.
Yeah.
Off of
Well,
that
comedy
matters.
just isn't for you then.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, it's not for you.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a ton of comedians I don't like.
Oh, I hate. There are a ton I hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into
We're not
that,
listing
though.
anyone,
We're
but
not,
like
we've already.
But
listed
there's a
them.
ton of comedians I don't like that I've seen, and they are successful.
Yeah.
Like they have their market, they have their brand, they're out there, they're doing their thing. Like you can be successful and have a ton of people think you're not funny.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that's what's so important. The important thing about comedy, I think if that's what you either, I guess, sell out in terms of like for yourself and become somebody else if you
That
find
you're not.
Yeah, that you're not.
Yeah.
To try to get fame, or you just stick to who you are and hopefully people will like it. Because I think that's what it should be about, is like, I think it's funny. And like you're doing it, you're enjoying it.
And I think people lose sight of what it really is about, and like it's like with or without the fame and fortune aspect, like it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, it is.
You're just up there fucking around.
It's great. It is a drug to get laughs. I've heard
Yeah.
a lot of comedians say this. I completely agree.
I just said it 15 minutes
You
ago.
just said it, but I don't listen to you even talk. But it is, to that point, it is like, it's the same, I think, like from just a biological standpoint, I do think it's like the same, receptors that are kind of like, ooh, like when you're gambling or anything where you're kind of the is it endorphins?
Adrenaline?
It's not adrenaline.
Endorphins?
But it's part of it. I feel like it's endorphins. Endorphins is a hormone, right? I know this. I feel like I had it on lock, or like I had it figured out. Anyways,
Can we get an MD in here?
Moving on. I think because of that, it's like you do get this spike of like, oh, I gotta get more of that. I need it.
Yes.
And
it's very true.
And especially on that
Very
level,
true.
like it's not just like you made, a friend laugh, or like you're around some people and a couple people chuckled at something, which is great. But if you're and you're making an entire room full of strangers laugh, that's another level of power.
It really is. It's you feel it feels like a superpower.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a superpower.
Yeah, I think it is too. And so I don't know. I guess I'll keep doing it probably. I think I'm at a point.
Figure that one out.
Yeah, I think the thing is I'm at a point now where I got to do it more to get better at it, and so I'm just gonna have to ramp it up, ramp it up.
But be safe.
Which is good because I quit my Star Wars game.
Yes.
2025 goals. Quit the Star Wars game,
did.
and that's gonna be at least 3 hours a day that I have back.
Yeah. Legitimately, actually, like,
you know what? Yeah, actually, because I mean, not even just the time I spent on the game, but like, it's been the hardest part has been like going
when you're
through,
pooping,
like looking through YouTube videos, and seeing like one of the Star Wars game YouTubers, one of their videos are suggested to me, and I'm like, I can't watch it because the literally like. Day one, like I was like, I can still watch the videos, right? And then as soon as I did, I was like, oh fuck, I gotta unlock this character real quick, and then I'll read on. And so I installed it just to unlock one character really quickly that I've been working on for like a year. And I was like, oh, I just gotta get her. And then I got her, and then I uninstalled the game. She's like, okay, all right, done. And I was like, this is why I can't watch the YouTubers. Because I'll keep they'll bring me back in.
They will bring you back in.
So I've had to like
cold turkey.
Well, I was gonna say remember the gold Goodfellas, Paulie.
Yeah.
He's like he's making sausage.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the movie, he goes he's like, that's $1,500. Then I gotta turn my back on you.
Yeah.
I gotta turn my back on you.
I gotta turn my back on you.
$15 for a life.
Yeah.
For $1,500.
Yeah,
That's how it is for me with the Star Wars game YouTubers.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta turn my back on you. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
And they're missing you so much. I miss you so much.
But here's the thing. It has worked to a degree. I think here's what's hard is like I'm still distracting myself. I'm just doing it with TikTok.
Yeah.
So we'll really see what happens in 10 days from now when it maybe gets banned, and then I won't be able to even do that. Like, what the hell am I going to do after that?
People say like get a VPN and say you're in Canada.
Yeah, I'm not going to get a fucking VPN on my phone. Like for Pornhub, maybe I would.
Yeah.
On my desktop, I might actually consider doing that.
Yeah.
But I feel
like I want to get a VPN.
Yeah. Let's get one.
I just feel
I had one for a short time.
I feel like it would be. I don't even like to have my location on.
I know.
And it drains the battery, so.
And I gotta fucking give my ID to people to like watch pornography. Like, get out of here.
I feel like there's a lot of porn talk right now.
Huh?
And with a porn.
You're like, VPN for TikTok. I'm like, yeah, TikTok.
And porn.
Porn talk. Right. Yeah, it sucks. I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of what's happening to this country.
I agree.
They got our claws in us,
Yeah.
And what are we going to? Instagram sucks.
That's what sucks is like
it's such bullshit.
It does. It's just, there's not a replacement. I just hate the lack. This is just a small.
Let's do it.
This is just like a small piece of
Get in
all
there.
of the other injustices that like make me so angry. But it's just, with these people with this power, these companies who are giving politicians money, who are making the decisions. And we're just, what are we going to do? And the way we can control them is in their pockets. So if we say we're not going to give money to a company, like we could do a lot. We could have a lot of power in numbers.
Yeah.
But everyone's got to be on board.
Yeah.
That's what's hard.
And you think Zuckerberg's going to fucking, let TikTok happen the way he gave all that money to Trizump, he's like wearing fucking gold chains and shit.
God, I know.
He's just like, you don't think he's being like, don't let TikTok happen.
Yeah.
So that I can be TikTok.
Exactly.
You don't think that's happening behind closed doors? Like,
what
get
are
the
we
fuck
doing?
out of here.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that sucks too is like, you could also argue like it's a time suck, everything's being pulled in, but like it's such a hub for communication and information from people and like connecting and,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Think about all these content creators who made a living.
I know.
And they're just going to have to, like, they don't have.
It's like they're all getting fired.
It's like they'll have like 9 million followers on TikTok and they'll be like,
1,000 on Instagram.
Yeah,
I know,
like crazy.
It's wild. It'll be so much
like
lower.
their whole
I've seen
livelihood
it.
just
Yeah, I'm
taken
like, oh
away
my
from them.
gosh, there's not. And I think I saw someone say, and I agree with this, that like it's not really as much anymore about your followers, but like the view counts on your videos.
Yeah.
So like you might have like 6 million followers, but if each video is like, 50,000 views, this one has like 30,000, like you want to be getting in the millions for your talks.
Yeah,
like you want to be like, that's really what matters more.
Yeah.
Because I will say for me, like I'll follow someone, but like there's people that I've been following. I'm like, I haven't seen that person in a long time.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Like I'm just inundated with so many other things.
I had to do a mass exodus.
Yeah.
On New Year, that was my first New Year's resolution, was clear out like all of my 6,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh wow.
Or not my fault, but like people I was
you're
following.
Yeah.
And it's like half these accounts are fucking burner accounts anyway. Like they don't even exist anymore. They don't produce content. I'm just like, why am I still following these?
Yeah.
So I went through and I just immediately unfollow. Like I don't how do I really need to follow the I'm beating aluminum into a square for every single day until it becomes an ingot, aluminum ingot.
I don't know that word and I don't like it.
And it's like, why do I need to follow that guy?
Yeah.
It's every video is literally just like ding, 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 ding. It's just hitting it with a hammer.
And you'll
ding,
see
ding,
something,
ding,
you're
ding.
like, oh, that's cool. And then you'll follow and like, who cares, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people make accounts just to like crack fucking geodes out of their
I
earth.
was,
Like,
there was a
whatever,
time,
man.
not on TikTok, but like I was really obsessed with like cutting like sand and soaps and like slicing.
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah.
crisp. I'm like, yes.
This is what's happened to
mean-
Hollywood, by the way, is they've lost out to just
I know.
that's
what we want. We want like break thing and like scrape things off. I mean, I was like,
this is content now.
I don't know. There's like this such a satisfaction around that.
I know.
Yeah.
It sucks. So how do you even compete with that?
I don't know.
Well,
mean,
here's how you compete with it. You ban it.
Would you say though, like, I'm not saying it'd be perfect, but like when something crumbles, another thing will in its place be created.
Sure, hopefully.
Like without a doubt. And it'll probably take a lot longer though to be as like, because they had that algae on like lockdown. Like that's the second time I've said like lockdown.
Yeah.
And I'm just taken aback. I'm like, I don't ever say that ever. So I'm kind of like
Wishful
twice
thinking.
in the same. Anyways, so they figure it out. So I think that will be difficult. But
yeah, I think there will definitely be a gap in the market. I think it'll be different. Like, because the thing with like Instagram is like, or Threads is they're trying to recreate shit that already exists.
yeah, what are they doing with Threads? Is it like Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a pretty big hit, honestly, on Threads today. I got like 18 likes on something. Wow. Just for me, that's huge. Huge.
Just strangies liking your stuff.
Never met any of them. Never heard of them.
See, that's what it is. Yeah, that's good.
And that's what it's got. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I don't want
Friends.
Here's the thing. I don't want people that I know. I really don't. I do it because I have to. Because who else is going to look at it right now? But like, I really would love it if nobody I knew looked at my content. Like,
Yeah.
I wish it was just people that I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I want a massive following of people I don't know.
Yes.
Because it's
Because
so
then
hard.
it's for your actual work because they don't have any other incentive.
Right. Yeah, exactly. They're liking it based on the value of the content itself.
Right.
For them.
Right.
And also, it's like if I say something, it doesn't come back on me of like, oh, well, I see you as this person, and what you're saying is goes against like my idea of what I think you should be.
Yeah.
You know, which like that's its own that'll probably happen regardless. But
Yeah.
once they do know you.
Yeah.
But you know,
I know. I was thinking about that with being on this pod and our previous pods.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like this is going to bite me in the ass at some point.
Yeah, it's just like saying shit that might get you in trouble, like work or something.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't remember everything we've said in our other. I'm sure there's like a ton of different stuff, and I'm like, because you know, I'll say stuff and I'll stand by in the moment. It makes sense, and then later you're like, oh yeah, I don't know why I said that.
Yeah,
I mean, I do that all of the time. This is just all recorded. So.
I already have to deal with my goddamn Aunt Cricket being like, I saw you call your dog a bitch. Not very Christian-like of you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I called my dog a bitch, you better watch out.
You better watch out. I just throw that word around.
You have no idea what I'm going to say about you about this conversation later. That's for sure.
That made you so mad. I did not. I was taken aback about how mad I made you.
I didn't love it. Like, this isn't for you.
You think she's not going to listen to this podcast?
Probably not, no. But maybe. Who knows? My mom does sometimes.
Yeah.
Big Mama, shout out.
Shout out.
New couch, what's up?
What's up? Comfy.
I wish I knew how to turn this into a bit, like talking about like my mom just being on Facebook. And maybe that's the joke. It's just boomers on Facebook. And I know
your mom's not a boomer.
I know she's Gen X. She's just feeding her dog carrots, and that's the post, you know.
Yeah.
And then her other boomer friend be like, "What's he doing eating carrots?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "He likes them." Yeah. that's
the bit.
That's the whole interaction. Yeah. And you know, and then be like, these are the people. This is why we don't have TikTok, is because these people, you know, they voted for Trump, and then
your mom listens to this podcast.
It's like these are the folks who got rid of TikTok for you, just so you know. But also, that's not really true, though.
That's not true at all.
That's actually not accurate.
That's like so incorrect.
I know. I'm just trying to work out a bit. But
yeah.
That's not it.
It's not going anywhere, and it feels a little attacking.
A little bit, yeah. But we're just having fun.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, I don't know if you know this, but you just saying we're having fun doesn't mean people are having fun.
Yeah, we're having.
It doesn't mean that.
It's like Dusty Slay. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
You know. So so that happened. What else happened? I saw Lord of the Rings. We watched the trilogy.
Yes, I really want to watch the Hobbit movies now.
Yeah, me too.
It's funny because I was kind of like, I really wasn't into like watching them with you because I just remember them being long, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do all that, and like I wasn't. It's funny because like it was like feel like I was totally the demographic because I loved like Chronicles of Narnia and fantasy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I remember when I was younger and I watched them for the first time, I was just like, these are so long. Like I just wasn't as into it. They're long. It's like they're really a lot of it wasn't as like fantastical the way I like it.
Okay. Not fairy tale-y enough.
Not fair. That's exactly right. I would say that's probably what it is. I like I don't know.
Fairies
so it was
witches.
maybe too like, and there's war. Like I didn't watch things where it's like, there's a lot of war.
Yeah, it's like dude
fighting.
fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wouldn't have liked Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And as I've gotten older, matured, and you know my tastes have changed. And I do like Game of Thrones, but watching it again now, I'm like, I definitely liked it more. For sure. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
I feel like I was finally ready for it.
Yeah.
But I think the third one was definitely still too long. You know, there's that scene at the end where he's hugging all the hobbits.
That's so weird. He goes
in to hug Sam
it's also,
again.
It reads as like a dream sequence.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because there's like a lot of bright lights. It's like he's on his deathbed.
Yeah, everyone's just like running.
Oh, remember when he wakes up?
Yes.
And they all jump in bed with him?
Yes, they're like jumping on the bed.
Yeah, like he's probably still recovering from his wounds.
He's like, I mean, he's never going to be the same.
Pop open.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you
Like,
see those lips as they were walking through Mordor? They were
crusty.
Oh, they were crusty.
He looked like they were probably doing that on purpose, but he looked like an addict.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they were looking real rough.
That was the whole point, though, I thought.
Sam, the ring is mine to bear.
This is my burden.
Sweet Sam.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with them. Yeah, they're together, right?
I'm making fun of that.
We like to say it.
I'm feeling really embarrassed now. It's like I know who I am.
Yeah, it's funny because it's stupid.
Because it's stupid.
People say that.
Oh, no.
And then it becomes less and less ironic. And,
and then it's like derogatory.
Yeah, that's how it goes, huh?
But there is like for sure. I mean, it's like, what are we doing?
Right.
Come on.
That's how it felt to me. I think it's great. I just like, I think they should have been open with it.
I think so too. I think we make them a couple.
Make them, couple it up.
I
felt like the scene where they're like, and he went off and had a family. It's like, I feel like you felt like you needed to put that in there.
Yeah, really. And he loved women.
He loved women.
I feel like even you see at the end when he like Frodo goes on. Spoiler alert. He goes on. If you haven't seen it, sorry. Goes on that ship with Bilbo and everything, and Sam's like, it's like he's like,
what part is this?
At the very end when Frodo goes on the ship with Bilbo and
he's
like, what, you're going? Like in that moment, he was like, oh, I love you more than I love my that was big for him.
Yes, it was.
Also, he calls him Mr. Frodo.
Yeah,
the whole there's the power like dynamic.
Dom sub.
Yeah, very dom sub.
Yeah,
but do you remember when he came in and like killed those orcs?
Yeah, he did a great job.
He was.
I remember the spider too.
Oh yeah,
big old spider.
That
thing was scary.
That was scary.
Yeah. He did a great job.
Remember when Frodo's face came out of that? He looked ridiculous.
Yeah, he was in the cocoon.
He was in the cocoon, the spider. This is now just a commentary on Lord of the Rings series.
Well, here was my biggest complaint.
Yes,
right?
please.
The third one's too long. I'm ready for it to end. They could have cut it. They easily could have cut 30 minutes.
It dragged for sure.
And then the ring. I'm very, again. I felt this way when I was a kid. I was like, I'm unimpressed with the ring. It's like. Okay, it's
like a gold ring.
It's like a ring. They're like, it's the most powerful ring. And they're like, okay, but what does it do? It turns you invisible. That's it. Yeah. Also, when you do put it on and it makes you invisible, everybody knows where you're at.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, Sauron?
Yeah, the one guy they don't want they don't want him to know where he is. The thing that makes him invisible, the one guy they don't want him to know where he is, knows where he is.
But it makes the ring is like has like almost a mind of its own, and that it is drawn to evil because it wants to go back to its master.
Right.
And I feel like the power is in the evil doer. Like I don't know how but to your point, I don't even know what he's like.
He controls the other rings, but also the other rings work just fine. Also, he controls the guys who have the rings. Like, seems to me like he's already controlling the rings.
Like, he's good.
Like, what's the problem?
I don't know.
Right?
Honestly, I don't have anything to tell. I don't know.
So, like, I'm a kid. I'm watching. I'm like, it's powerful, right? Where's the laser shit?
Right.
Why doesn't it, like, shoot lasers or...
Yeah.
Why can't I, like, fly or beat up people with it?
Yeah.
Why can't I have any of the powers of
Is it
Superman?
Power Rangers? Why isn't it Power Rangers?
Why isn't it Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why isn't it Power Rangers?
Why isn't it the ring Power Rangers?
So that's a little upsetting. And I know, I mean, here's the thing, like, I think that was my biggest criticism as a child was just like, where's the magic shit?
Yeah.
Let's see some magic shit. And
yes.
Like, well, it's subdued. I'm like, fuck you.
That's how I felt too. It was subdued.
Shit.
I think that's a great, because it's like you have Gandalf who is like, He knows stuff, but then there are moments when and I also thought that is like, why can't he just make all this stop?
Yeah, why
Like,
can't he shoot some lasers out of his eyes?
Can't he do more than what he's? I mean, he's kind of.
He made that shield. The shield was dope.
Yeah.
That shield was cool.
Yeah.
Right? He likes to turn birds into big birds.
That's true.
That's pretty good.
Birds into big birds.
Let's do more of that.
Yeah. Give us more. People are dying.
It's like, oh, their sword glows when it's bad. Like, I don't need a sword to glow to tell me shit's not okay.
Yeah.
They're all coming for me.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I hear them. They're loud as fuck.
They're right there.
They're right in front of me.
I see them before the sword starts to glow.
Yeah. And you're like, what are you doing?
I'm like, what are you? Oh, look who decided to show up. My sword glow.
My sword glow.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I've been spotted because it was in the dark and you glowing made me be spotted.
It gave away our location. Yeah. What? See, this is why Star Trek is better than Lord of the Rings.
Here we go.
Because it's based off of this might happen.
Yeah.
Right? It's our future, potentially.
Yeah. Sure.
Now, would you say that maybe there are some gaps as far as like how it works politically and economically?
Yes. Yes, I hear you.
Is it
and I
maybe
see you.
a little communist? Yes.
Yes. Why are you telling me all of this?
We can dream.
We can dream.
But at least you're like, yeah. Like I could see it.
Yeah, it's the pomposity of it all for me, for sure.
The pomposity?
Because Starfleet is like, we have become another level and we know better.
Right.
And this is what it is.
Yeah.
Actually,
that's funny. I was watching an interview with one of the guys. He played a Cardassian in DS9.
Uh-huh.
The guy who played Damar. And
wait, yeah. At the end, the one who, hold on. With
yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got it. They're in the basement.
And he's like a drinker.
Yeah. Because he has to get through it.
Right, he has to get through it. And they're talking about like how like they made him an alcoholic, and they're like, and they're joking. They're like, yeah, and then you could do that because you're an alien. They would never make a human an alcoholic because they're like, because we're above it all. We got it all. We got our shit figured out.
Oh my god.
Because we're better than everybody else in the galaxy. You can be an alcoholic.
Right, and Klingons, they're all alcoholics, right? They're all like partying it up.
They're like frat boys, yeah.
Like they're just like, Klingon wine, ooh, just a little. That's illegal. I don't know. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what they do. Like Romulan out, ooh,
yeah, Romulan, right? Exactly.
I shouldn't. I'm so bad.
I'm bad.
They take one sip.
Yeah, you're right. None of them. Like I want to see like a heroin addict in Starfleet.
Yeah.
Like, let's see some real people.
And then they rub salt in the wound, too, because they're like, oh, blood wine, that's like 8 times stronger than anything you'll have, Yeah. And it's like, and then you're telling me humans are not becoming alcoholics from blood wine? As for how powerful it is?
Seriously.
Like, get out of here.
Get out of here.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, no. They don't get in, like, there is no mention of just, like, common people in like on Earth.
No.
Like it's Starfleet, we're in space, like they'll come back for Earth for like a thing, Starfleet related, but we're not like, what's the life like? We don't know any of that.
Right. I mean, Riker, he looks like an alcoholic. Doesn't he look like he would be an alcoholic a little bit? I
can see him drinking.
I could see him drinking a little bit. I can see him getting a little loose on the ale, or
playing up the saxophone.
Or what was it called? Sumerian Sunset?
Is he plays that? Oh, is it trumpet?
Yeah, no. Well, he played trombone.
Trombone.
You're thinking of Bill Clinton.
No, I'm not thinking of Bill Clinton. I know he does saxophone. I just couldn't remember the instrument he played.
Oh, the name of the instrument?
I couldn't remember the instrument he played.
Oh, I see.
I knew it was brass.
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
And it was a trombone.
It was a trombone.
Yep.
That's what a trombone sounds like.
Yeah, so that's cool. Star Trek's better than Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm glad I don't even. We just really deviated.
Although I did like the Lord of the. I fully intend. Here's the thing. I fell asleep in the second. I saw the second Hobbit movie in theaters. Fell asleep.
Uh huh.
And it's like I've fallen asleep so many times watching
movies
Lord of the
are
Rings.
so long.
They're so
And then
long.
they have
They're
the
too long.
extended edition. Like
extended
unextended is 3 hours. 3 hours long.
Get the fuck out of here. Some of them are 5 hours.
The extended editions, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. But the regular movies are
Oh,
like
I know. They're already
3 hours
Yeah.
long. I think the last Lord of the Rings was 3.5.
It's like, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Hey, get out.
Hey. You see that door?
Huh?
Walk through it.
Okay. Have a great night.
Okay, so that happened.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, we didn't even talk about the Jerry Springer documentary.
Oh, yeah.
we just watched it.
We teased it at the beginning.
Can you imagine if we teased it and then we didn't talk about it?
We would do that. And I feel like you'd be editing this and you're like, oh, crap, we didn't get back to it.
Damn it.
That was
How rough was that?
that was rough.
It was nostalgic.
It got rougher. Yeah, you know what's funny? I remember Jerry Springer was something that like we didn't watch it. Like I don't think I
We
think it
didn't?
was
What do you
just
mean?
too much. Like in growing up, like our home.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I don't even know.
I
I
saw
knew
it.
of it. I knew of it, but like I wasn't watching it. And I think like if I had to give you like a memory of it, I feel like I was just like, oh, it's not like I was never interested in it.
Yeah.
I was never drawn to it. I just felt like, oh, that's something I don't want to watch. Like I didn't like any of those shows. Like even like I know Jerry Springer's extreme,
Like
but
Sally,
Maury
Jesse,
or
Raphael.
Montel. What?
Sally, Jesse, Raphael.
Right, exactly. Sally, Jesse, Raphael. Yeah, just any like I wasn't into those daytime, and I was young. I mean, I wasn't watching that stuff.
Yeah.
Unless I was in like a doctor's office or like some kind of waiting room.
Isn't it funny that those shows are playing in a doctor's office?
They were. It was like a waiting room, a doctor's office, or somewhere where there's like a TV is just on.
It's like children.
That's
are
what they're
here.
playing. Yeah,
That is so bizarre.
And that's so
isn't
strange.
it?
I didn't think about it.
Well,
until
it's
just
because
now.
it's like because they're
It's
on.
daytime.
It's daytime TV.
It's daytime
What else
TV.
is there?
Yeah, and they're not being like, let's put on cartoon because it's like they're not
watching that
catering to
shit.
kids. It's
I'm
just
not watching fucking Dragon
Yeah.
Tales. Put on porn stars had sex with my mother.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah,
now.
and it always made me feel weird. Like I just remember
Yeah,
being
me
like,
too.
I never
Yeah, as a
liked it.
child,
I
yeah.
wasn't into it. I wasn't curious about it. I just didn't.
That was one
Yeah.
of those things for me. It was on. Like if you're flipping through TV
Yes.
channels, like you see it. You're like,
Yeah,
what the
you'll
fuck
see.
is
Yeah,
this?
I don't think I've ever, like, even looking at it now, I don't think I've to this day watched a full episode of that show.
Oh no, never from start to finish.
No.
I don't know that anyone has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right. Seen clips.
can you imagine people like I catch every episode. Like they put on
There's people
like
who have.
those shows were like an hour long
Yeah.
and they were on 5 days. It was like the Tonight Show. It's like we got to make a new show every day.
It's crazy that it was just like, I don't even know what 1:00 time to go on and watch Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Why are you not at work?
Why are you? Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Well, and maybe that's why it was so, powerful is because like, the people who are watching it are like, we don't have jobs either.
Yeah, we're here for,
That's
or
my
you just have
cousin.
like
My
different
cousin's on the
schedules,
show.
or you're in a job where it's just on, like you're at a like.
Or you work at a doctor's office.
I was gonna say, or like an auto shop. I'm sure
yeah.
they were on, something like that. I feel like it was always just like out, like something was
so
on.
wild to think that show was just on TV.
Yeah.
When people are working like in the office.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
And I'm over here like worried about like, is PG-13? I don't know if I can play this in the office.
Yeah.
I could play Elf. That's about it.
We've definitely, we've definitely, as a culture, have gotten, I think like, it's so frustrating. We just tend to overcorrect so much.
Oh yeah.
And we can acknowledge like hurtful and harmful things and then also not like overcorrect so much that everything is being scrutinized. Like that's something that's not, because then it's like everything could potentially be bad. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yes.
You are going to offend someone. What is your intent? To what extent? Like there's so many other, like to the level of, whatever.
To the level.
Like the severity of the, of the offense. But I don't know. I mean, that is obviously out of control when we watched it. So when we were back to the documentary we were watching on
it just
the show,
came out on Netflix. I think it's brand new. Yeah.
I guess we finished it then.
We did. Yeah, it was like 2 episodes.
It was like 2 episodes.
Yeah, we watched it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I discovered anything shocking.
Really, I did. There
You did?
There were many things that I was unaware of.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Like I was unaware of the murder.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was connected
You're right.
to
I
it.
guess there were some things. Yeah, the murder. Oh, man.
Yeah, so upsetting. So sad.
It's all, and I forgot that Jerry Springer died.
Yeah. He died shortly after the show itself ended.
Yeah, and it
like 5 years apart.
That's another thing I didn't know. I didn't know it was on for so long.
Yeah.
And like, at what point are you just tired?
It's like that show was on for 15 years after it's lost relevance.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really
why.
crazy.
Like, how do you stay afloat?
Yeah.
Doing it for that long.
How many millions is that guy making? You know, I wonder how much he ended up making.
I don't know.
I heard it was 60 mil by the end of the show.
60 mil?
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's what the
season?
documentary said. No, like that was his net worth after the show
okay.
ended. It was 60 mil.
I'm gonna look up.
That's
Jerry
pretty good though.
Springer.
That's a good amount of money, right? 60 mil.
Net worth. Can I look up net worth at time of death? Perfect.
You know what's crazy is
Yep,
like
60 million.
that's really not that much if you think about it.
No,
60
it's not.
mil, like he's nowhere
for
near
all
a billionaire.
those years.
Yeah, he's just doing a show.
Oh, man, isn't that crazy that we're saying 60 million isn't that much money? It's so sad.
Yeah, I would take half of 1
million.
and I'd be like, yeah.
If I could just get a sweet half milli, I'd be
Somebody
set.
donate money to us, please.
Please.
We
so that
need
can
to live in a life of
better
luxury.
life.
We're not gonna.
We just
make
want
it.
to buy a house.
Yeah, that's all we. We're
wanna
just
buy
a
a
couple of
house.
millennials trying to buy a house.
Come on now.
We need help.
We need help.
It's not gonna happen
Not in
otherwise.
this economy. I don't know how anyone affords anything. I don't know. So wild. But anyways, documentary. Yes, it was just like, oh God. I mean, I think it was.
Hey, give me your takeaway.
I think the biggest thing is like you can't blame everything on like reality TV and consuming the media and you can't blame it all on that. However, we also can't not acknowledge the impact that has on our society.
Yeah.
And if you are going to put that shit in there, right? Like if you're going to have this in order to offset maybe the potential harm, we should also have a society where people's basic needs are met so that they aren't so dependent on the escapism of those kinds of things, so that they have other options. Like the problem is it's not just that in a vacuum, it's that plus everything else. And then people are looking at that and they're consuming it and their lives suck and they're, I don't know. It's just this culmination of things, I guess. So
yeah, I think, we definitely can't deny it's the potency of that.
absolutely.
Especially the first time that it really happened in that way.
Yeah.
In such a powerful format, because it really was the precursor of reality TV
for
right?
sure.
And
producers are like, oh, this is something.
Right. And now we take it for granted.
Yes.
We're just like, because every show is like, well, what if because see, the thing with Springer is like every episode they focus on different people.
Right.
Right. And so people got to a point where like, well, what if we found people who were dynamic enough that we could build a whole show around just that group of people?
Right.
Right. And that's basically how reality TV shows were born.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
And the escapism is very powerful. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do you think that if people's basic needs were met, do you think they would not watch reality TV? I feel like there's a part of people that also need the conflict.
No. It's not that. It's how they act on it. I think like influence by it. And I think if you're desperate and your world is small and you're all these other problems going on, then maybe you're more easily influenced. You're more vulnerable.
Okay.
So I think there's that part. So we're just not.
You're saying if people weren't struggling so much, they wouldn't be as
and if they
interested.
were properly educated, which is also an issue with just like our education system and giving people, like providing them with what they need and having critical thinking skills because they don't have that.
Yeah.
Because we're not putting any money into education and it's getting worse and people are struggling and the teachers are struggling, and it's just so if we had a lot of like, if you look at the structure itself, you can see the problems and like the kind of out, like the end of it, the end result, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, the output of all of that. So it's just another I think byproduct of a larger issue, because America, like they said it in the documentary, where it's like people are watching it. Yeah. They're watching it. You can say like, oh, that's awful, that's terrible, but people are watching it.
Yeah, for sure.
So there is this fascination to kind of be drawn to it. But then what are they doing with their lives, and how is that impacting them? Like, I feel the same way when people talk about music and stuff, when they're like, it's whatever.
Well, it's just like, again, to bring it back to the reality that is Star Trek,
perfect.
If all of our basic needs were taken care of, we would be reading Shakespeare. And we'd be learning how to play the flute.
Right.
Our whole lives.
There'd be no problems or wars. Oh, yeah. That's another, every time they mention that in that show, and they're like, well, we used to have wars, but then it's like, shut up.
The only reason we have a war is because these motherfuckers over here can't get their shit right.
Not us.
It's not us. We got our shit tight.
We figured it out over here.
Yeah. What about these other humans that are terrorists? Well,
who wants blood wine?
And we're drunk.
I don't even know. Did they have like a human? I feel like they were always drinking, like someone was drinking coffee or tea. But there wasn't like any future drink. That's what annoyed me too. Is there's no future stuff that they're showing me.
They drink synthahol.
What's that?
It's like fake alcohol.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, they have it on TNG.
Oh, okay.
The Next Generation.
All right. Well, that answers that. That's
Guinan serves it.
I was gonna ask if Guinan served it.
Yeah.
Whoopee.
Yeah. Back to reality TV.
Yeah. So I don't know. And it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of, think about, this goes back to like ages and ages ago, when people would watch like gladiator fights. Like people are drawn towards the escapism of something like, at least I'm not there. Yeah. Like, you want to see a situation that's worse than yours to forget about your situation.
Yeah.
So if we were all in a place where our basic needs were met, we're getting educated, we're being supported, I think that desire and drawn to would be less. I'm not saying it would be gone, it would go away.
Yeah.
But I think the fascination wouldn't be as intense.
Okay. Well, that's a fascinating theory.
Thank you. I just came up with it.
I think it's great.
Thank you.
I think it warrants further study.
I think it does too. Yeah, I think everyone's gonna be like, train wreck, watch, like everyone's gonna have that. But I think to the extent that we do now, because you're like, I'm not there, like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah. And then also there's the other aspect of like reality TV. We have this fascination with rich people.
Yes.
Right?
I think that's going away.
Because of class disparity. And
I think that's less, because I think TikTok has proven that, where people are just like, look at my day as a postal worker.
That's true.
Like, people are now so, I think, disillusioned by that.
Yeah.
Because it's like we're struggling, and now it's like, fuck you. Like, now there's just this kind of anger towards the rich. So we don't want to see you in your big fancy mansions.
Yeah, especially not
toting it around. Right. Exactly. So I don't think it's
makes me angry, because
I think it's less. This. Yeah, exactly. And I think celebrities are feeling that too, because like I saw somebody on TikTok making a whole TikTok about celebrities trying to be more real and like making videos, be like, oh my God, that's so sorry, I just dropped this thing, I'm just like everyone else. And we're like, no, you're not, bitch. No, you're not.
If TikTok stays around, we're gonna see Alec Baldwin cutting soap.
Oh no.
That's his whole thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
Check out this bar of soap. It's in the shape of my face. Now I'm going to cut it up.
That's really a pretty good Baldwin.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, it's great.
That's good Baldwin.
Wow.
I wish I could do a Stephen Baldwin. Can you do it? Give me your best Stephen Baldwin impression.
You're telling me.
It's just another. It's the same voice in a different
the
pitch.
same voice, but I was trying to do his face because his face is a little more with his lips.
Yeah, it's Alec Baldwin, but more confused.
But more confused.
What?
Kind of more up. Okay, by the
I
way,
gotta save that
anyone
moon.
listening, go to Stephen Baldwin's Instagram. It is a treat.
Yeah, he's not good.
Go to
he's not
it.
doing okay.
Go to it. Check it out.
He's
Plug.
blessed. He's too blessed to be stressed, but he's I'm just say the meds are kicking in, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know where I feel like his daughter is probably like, Dad, this is so embarrassing. God, I'd be so embarrassed if my dad, if he lived and been
Period.
famous.
Had he lived, I would have been so embarrassed.
I would have been so embarrassed.
The end.
Also true. But having he's already. I already told you about. I'm not gonna say it on air, but the Facebook debacle.
Oh, really? I don't know about this.
I'll tell you. I'll remind you. But it's
okay.
just
You're not gonna tell
one
me
of
here?
his. This is what I will say.
Okay.
His Facebook photo was him on the toilet, like in the bathroom, at an angle to very clearly see that he's like on the toilet. Like you can, like it's it's like the angle where it's looking upward, and it's like you could tell that he's and you could see like the toilet, like that was his picture, and he looks confused. He's not even smiling. He just looks like, what is this thing? Okay, good enough.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I did that.
You did that? No, you didn't.
It was not my profile pic, but I posted a selfie at the gym that I thought looked cute. And I was sitting in the stall of the gym. I was sitting in the bathroom stall of the gym. And I was like, no one will know. And then I was friends with a girl who worked at the gym.
Oh my God.
Who commented, "Are you in the bathroom stall?" And I was like, fuck. Immediately seen.
Wow.
I'll have to see if I can find it so you can tell me
my God.
if I was...
I'm excited. It's
very
like
obviously in a bathroom.
I'm just picturing you can clearly see like the flush handle behind you, and you're like, what?
I think you can see the metal of the stall enclosure.
Okay.
But you can't see a toilet.
Yeah, well, you couldn't see a toilet with my dad either.
Okay. So
Yeah.
was it his home bathroom?
Yeah,
or?
it was his home bathroom.
Way worse. Oh my God.
Word to the wise, and I'm looking at you now. I'm looking right at you. Don't take pictures of yourself when you're on the toilet.
Doesn't matter how cute it looks.
I don't care how cute. Wait. You could wait.
I learned my lesson.
Yes, you did.
Speaking of, I mean, we'll end on this, but just, in final
Trying to get me out
remembrance
of
of
here?
TikTok, I am reminded of one of the first things that really brought me to the platform, and that was clips of attractive girls licking toilets on the airplane.
Ew.
You remember that
brought you in? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because it was huge. Yeah, just hot girls just be like, ugh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how TikTok started.
It was Musically before.
Well, I mean, I'm kidding. It's not actually how it started, but like that's when it started really getting big as TikTok.
I knew you were kidding.
All right, I think we're gonna end on that one. I think we've done enough here.
Don't end on hot girls licking toilets. Ugh, so gross.
Yeah,
that makes
we'll
me
find
really
that.
uncomfortable.
That'll be the thumbnail for this episode.
No.
All right, let's do it. Let's
Okay.
end it.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah. You go. It's your show.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and we'll see you next week. We're gonna have I've got some more guests lined up for us, so that'll be great. We're gonna reschedule some folk, and you will like it. I will say also, just to if anyone's wondering, the Brett Soul episode, go check it out. Really good stuff. What a legend. Was so great chatting with him. That was a video. That was a one-time thing for now. I do have making this podcast into video that's on the docket for this year. That was my employer produced that just as a fun little side project.
They stopped listening.
Yeah, it's over. You're gone. But just so you know, it's coming. You're like, why the video? I know none of you care, but one of you will be like, why the video? That's why. So
Also, why do they talk like that?
Was Sylvester Stallone, my biggest fan.
Oh,
Good
that
save.
sounds like his brother,
Frank Stallone.
Frank Stallone. Frankie.
Why is it at video? Because he's a singer. That's real.
Oh, I think yeah.
Yeah, remember Fred Claus?
Yeah.
Right,
Is he talking about being a singer in Fred Claus?
Well, he is a singer though.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
saying he is a singer.
Got it. Yeah.
That was his thing. All right, bye guys.